Things are getting wild in the NBA, and the Golden State Warriors are right at the center of it. We're talking swirling rumors, last-minute deals, fake tweets flying around, and a historic 17-team trade that has everyone scratching their heads, including the media. But don't worry, I'm going to break all of it down so you know exactly where the Warriors stand right now, and how all this drama could shape the rest of their offseason. Let's start with the big name circling around the Bay Area, Al Horford. For weeks now, it's felt like Horford was on the verge of signing with Golden State. There's been this constant buzz that the veteran big man is either choosing the Warriors or retirement, and at one point, it really seemed like it was a done deal, but suddenly, the Denver Nuggets decided to crash the party. Now, what's going on here is that the Nuggets, in a recent move, made a trade with the Kings involving their centers. They shipped out Dario Saric and brought in Jonas Valanciunas. That would normally be the end of it, right? Not quite. Valanciunas apparently received a massive offer from a top team in Greece 3 years. Huge money, and he's considering taking that route instead of staying in the NBA. That twist throws a wrench into everything, because if he heads overseas, the Nuggets suddenly find themselves without a reliable big man, and guess what? They might pivot and try to grab Al Horford. Now, they do have more financial flexibility than Golden State. With their full non-taxpayer mid-level exception, that means they can offer Horford a better one-year salary than the Warriors can. But here's the kicker, according to multiple insiders, including the highly respected Mark Stein. Even with Denver lurking, the belief is that Horford still ends up in the Bay. That's the consistent word coming out of league circles. Still, with Valanciunas undecided, the Nuggets could remain a threat until they know for sure he's staying. Fortunately for the Warriors, reports indicate that Denver is doing everything they can to keep Valanciunas in the NBA. One insider even reported that the Nuggets expect him to honor his contract, which would take them out of the Horford sweepstakes entirely. So for now, Horford to Warriors still seems likely, but don't expect anything immediate. According to league sources cited by the San Francisco Chronicle, Horford won't be making a decision this weekend, and that's frustrating for fans who are just waiting for anything to happen. The NBA's free agency moratorium has been lifted, and deals are flying left and right, but still, radio silence from the Horford camp. What made things even more chaotic was a tweet that sent everyone into a frenzy. A supposed NBA insider posted that Horford had agreed to a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Warriors. People went nuts. It looked real. It was written like it came from someone legit, but a quick check revealed it was a fake account. This kind of stuff happens every offseason, and it's why you always need to double-check your sources. Plenty of fans and even some media outlets got burned by that one. While all that Horford drama is unfolding, another big storyline has been brewing in Phoenix involving Bradley Beal. Now, this is where things get really interesting for Golden State. Beal's contract is one of the worst in the league, $55 million per year. 2 years left on it, and there have been rumors for months that the Suns want to move on. The most trusted insider covering the Suns has been saying for a while now that Beal is likely to be bought out, and now it looks like that buyout could be happening very soon, within the next day or two. Why does that matter to the Warriors? Because if Beal does get bought out, he becomes a free agent, and suddenly he's on the radar for teams like Golden State. There's been a lot of chatter connecting Beal to the Warriors, especially if he's willing to sign for the veteran minimum. And look, if you can get a guy like Bradley Beal on a vet minimum, that's a no-brainer. It would be a low-risk, high-upside move for a team that desperately needs more offensive punch. But again, nothing's official yet, and interestingly, even though a lot of outlets are running with the Warriors interested in Beal's storyline, the original source hasn't said anything new about it in recent days. So that's one of those rumors you gotta treat with caution. Still, it's a situation worth monitoring closely because it could unfold fast. Now let's talk about the most confusing part of the offseason so far. The Kevin Durant 17-team mega trade. Yes, 17 teams. It's officially the biggest trade in NBA history. We've known about the framework for a while, but it couldn't be finalized until the league's moratorium ended. And when the dust finally settled, fans were left asking, wait, who did the Warriors even get out of this? Here's what went down. Phoenix ends up with Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, and a few other pieces. Part of the deal included a swap of draft picks. The Warriors traded their 41st pick in the most recent draft, which Phoenix used to select Kobe Bree. In return, Golden State moved back and picked up 2 later picks. They used one of those to select Alex Tui, an Australian forward. who's already turning heads in Summer League. But things got murky when reports surfaced that the Warriors had also acquired Jahmai Mashak, a promising defensive wing. Some outlets said he was coming to Golden State, others said he wasn't. Turns out, he's not. He's being rerouted to the Memphis Grizzlies in a separate part of the trade. That's now confirmed. So Golden State ends up with Alex Tui and Will Richard, a guard out of Tennessee, selected 56th overall. They're both currently playing in Summer League for the Warriors, and early signs are promising. Not blockbuster additions, but solid young prospects nonetheless. There was also some late drama involving the draft rights to Justinian Jessup, a former Warriors pick from 2020. As part of the complex trade structure, his rights were sent to Memphis, along with a conditional second-rounder. In return, Golden State secured Will Richard. So that wraps up the trade portion of this saga. It didn't bring in a major rotation player, but it did clear the way for the Warriors to make other moves, and there's a growing sense that they're not done yet. Front office exec Mike Dunleavy Jr. is reportedly still working the phones, looking to reshape this roster. The Durant trade had to be finalized first before certain other moves could happen. And now that it's official, we're waiting for the next domino. One name to watch closely is Jonathan Kuminga. There's been a lot of speculation around him. Will he be traded, extended, or kept as part of the core? For now, no updates, no movement. But things can change fast. And finally, one move that has hit Warriors fans right in the heart. Kevin Looney is officially gone. After a decade with the team, 3 championships, and countless clutch performances, Looney has signed a new 2-year, $16 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. What stung the most wasn't just that he left, but the way it went down. In a farewell letter published in the Players Tribune and shared on his Instagram, Looney said that he was open to staying in Golden State if the money was even close. But this time, the Warriors didn't make an offer, not even a minimum deal. They were ready to move on, and they didn't look back. Looney's departure leaves a massive hole in the middle of the Warriors lineup. Right now, the only true centers on the roster are Quentin Post and Trace Jackson Davis. That's not going to cut it for a team that still wants to compete in the Western Conference. Which brings us full circle back to Al Horford. The Warriors need veteran size, playoff experience, and leadership in the paint. Horford checks all those boxes. The only question is whether they can seal the deal before another team swoops in, or he decides to hang it up for good. And as we wait for that final decision from Al Horford, the tension in Dub Nation keeps rising. It's like the entire offseason is hanging on this one signing. A veteran who's been through countless battles, who knows what it takes to win, and who could bring some badly needed stability to a team that has seen its identity shift over the past couple of seasons. But even if Horford does sign, this Warriors offseason still feels incomplete. Like the front office is playing chess and we're all just waiting for them to make their next move on the board. One of the most talked about possibilities that still lingers in the background is whether the Warriors will make a splash via trade. We mentioned Jonathan Kuminga earlier, and he's been in the middle of trade rumors for months now. On one hand, he's a young, athletic wing with a ton of upside. On the other, his role on the team has never been clearly defined, and it's not hard to imagine him being used as a key asset in a deal to bring in more win-now talent. But for now, nothing's materialized. There haven't been any credible reports suggesting that the Warriors are actively shopping him at the moment. But that could change in a heartbeat if the right opportunity presents itself. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers around the league suggest that Golden State Warriors might be making a swift and surprising move to sign Filipino rising star RHENZ ABANDO. Rumors have been circulating that the Warriors are keen on adding some fresh talent to their roster, and Abando's recent performances have caught the eye of several NBA scouts. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the situation hint at a lightning-fast negotiation, signaling the Warriors' ambition to inject excitement and versatility into their lineup immediately. The buzz intensifies as insiders speculate that Golden State is betting on Abando's dynamic style of play and scoring ability to boost the team's offensive firepower. Known for his agility and sharpshooting in the PBA, Abando's transition to the NBA, if it happens, could mark one of the more thrilling international signings in recent memory. Observers note that the Warriors' management seems eager to capitalize on Abando's potential and adapt their game plan to a younger, faster, and more explosive approach. While some analysts remain cautious about whether the move will materialize, Others point out that Golden State's track record of quickly integrating new talents could work in Abando's favor. The Warriors have a history of nurturing players with unique skills, and adding a player like Abando could bring an unexpected spark to their campaign. Fans are already buzzing with anticipation at the prospect of seeing the Filipino sensation light up the court alongside the team's established stars. No official announcement has been made yet, but the rumor mill keeps spinning with excitement. Could Golden State be on the verge of pulling off a surprise deal that shakes up the league? If the deal goes through, it might not only be a big win for the Warriors, but also a landmark moment for basketball fans in the Philippines, eager to see one of their own shine on the biggest stage. For now, all eyes remain on the Warriors' front office as speculation grows about this potential blockbuster signing that promises immediate spectacle and high-octane basketball. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.